I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't have my camera set up. I'm just I was hooking back up my computer, just testing out a live stream, seeing if I still have what it takes to actually hit go live. So let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't have my camera set up again. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna add something else to the stream. Can you hear background music too? Yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna add. Where am I? I'm using a 49-inch monitor, so it's a little weird to. You know what? I'm gonna make this stuff smaller on my screen so I don't have to look like I'm looking at a football screen here or a football field. All right, I'm gonna add one more thing to the chat. We're gonna add uh, window capture. Let's do. All right, this is what we're gonna add. Let's see if we can add the chat. Does that look okay? I don't know if you guys can see it yet. I know there's like a 30-second delay. What's up, 619? What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Azriel? Cyclone. 49. Nah, it's a monitor. What's up? Yeah, yeah. The key should be there. Yeah, no problem. All right, so we got the chat up now, so you guys can see the chat. Dogecoin to the moon. Okay, you guys want to talk crypto? I'll talk crypto. No problem. Now, I tried to make this stream to both YouTube and my Twitter, but for some reason, I don't think it's streaming. Look, it's 4:20 for you, 619, but it's 7:30 for me. Um, I'm not sure if it's actually streaming to my Twitter or not. That's really what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to grow my Twitter right now. So I've been posting a lot on Twitter lately, but I don't know how to, if I did it right or what's up. So if anybody's on Twitter, if you can just double check for me if it's actually streaming on Twitter. But I don't think it is. I think I failed. I'll have to figure that one out later. But I mean, we already hit live. So, all right, let's see. First off, how's everybody doing? Let me know how you're doing in the chat. Um, I don't have my camera set up. Does the picture look okay? Can you see my chart okay? Can you see the chat okay? Can you hear me okay? I'm just using a headset right now. I'm not using an actual microphone. And then the last question is, can you hear background music? Is it too low or too high? Yeah, so it is a 49-inch monitor. It's different from a TV because the monitor is wide, 49 inches, and a TV is diagonal, 49 inches, right? So, Dogecoin to the moons. Yeah, we'll talk crypto. I'll talk crypto. Next level has a 200-inch monitor that wraps all the way around. What's going on, Jeremy? It's always 420 somewhere. Let's not talk about how I lost 4K today. Whatever, 619. You made that when you bet on the Mike Tyson fight the other day. The other day. Yeah, 17K in 2 weeks. That's nuts. Background music is perfect. Okay. All right. It's been a while since I've done a setup like this. Music's a good volume. Okay. So now that I have this set up, maybe I'll do more live streams. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing them, maybe for an hour in the mornings when the market opens, talk a little bit about crypto, a little bit about stocks. Um, yeah, it's nice that I got the chat up. I don't think I've really put the chat up before. So if you guys kind of want to know what I've been into, it's getting cold in Canada again. So I'm back into the crypto mining because if you guys know, I am a crypto miner and I use the crypto mining to heat my house. And when it gets cold, those crypto miners are clutch. They're awesome. They're awesome. This is just a cheap Xbox headset that I'm using. So I don't know how good the microphone is. I have another microphone that I'm probably going to be using on the next live stream. So I kind of, if you guys haven't been following what's going on in my next level gains chat, where I talk, crypto and stocks and stuff like that, I can do a little bit of charting for you if you want, or we can go over some news, or we can go over some of the projects that I'm working on right now. Cyclone, turn on them heaters. That's right. Got them burners. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where my camera is, to be honest with you guys. I have no idea. Ah, oh my goodness. It's been crazy though. Yeah, been a lot going on. So let's do a poll in the chat. Give me a 1 if you guys want to hear about crypto mining. Give me a 2 if you guys want to hear I don't have a games chat. It's gains like, stocks and crypto, not get I know. Money printer go burr. If you give me a number 2 if you want to hear about other projects that I'm working on, give me a number 3 if you want to hear about, I don't know, just throw out what you guys want to hear. You want to hear Cyclone's gonna put all the friggin' numbers in the chat. 420. You guys are nuts. You guys. All right, here I'm gonna show you something really, really cool that I thought was really cool. So, um, I'll do this. So you can see my chart on the screen here. You can see me moving around the mouse. So this is Bitcoin, but here's something interesting. If you drop Bitcoin's chart to the daily, right? I know I got all kinds of stuff all over, but we're gonna zoom out. Let me delete all this stuff so you guys can actually see what's up. Let me delete all this stuff because this is all old stuff that I had on my chart before. Oh my goodness. Look at all these support and resistance lines that I drew during the friggin' bear market. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then if anybody knows charts, like chart formations, this is like a giant ass cup and handle pattern. But anyway, so one of the things that I've been looking at recently, let me see if I have it here. No, I don't. Hold on. Let me grab it. There's actually an election indicator, which is pretty cool. So here it is here. If you drop the election indicator on the chart, I wish I could get rid of all this shit. Can I highlight this shit? No, I can't. That sucks. Ooh, maybe if I just click a lot and hit delete. Hold on, let me clear up the chart so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So now this indicator that I just put on the chart shows how Bitcoin moves every time there's an election. Tell me that's not crazy, right? Can I go back more? Let's do this. No, let's do a year. Let's go back 5 years. We'll bring it in. It's supposed to go back more than that. Why is it not going back past 2020? Hold on, let me change this. That's because Binance. Binance has only really been around since when. But let's see here. Let's do that. And now we can go back further. So this is a really cool indicator I've been looking at lately. Look at that. So every time an election happens, Bitcoin tends to run right after, right? So it doesn't look like so much during the first election back in 2012, but if you expand it, you're going to see that it still runs after the election, even back in 2012, right? Same thing happens in 2016. Every 4 years, election happens, boom, Bitcoin runs. Now you can actually take your percentage measuring tool and you can see how much it runs if I can get it to stick. Look at that. That's 11,000%. Ridiculous gains. Now the other thing that's really cool, right? I don't know if you guys are hearing me okay. I'm just kind of charting away. But 23K. So my unrealized profits, that's awesome, Jeremy. That's awesome. What's going on, Elias? What's going on, Renee? All right. So the other cool thing to note about Bitcoin, right? This is really fascinating. So I'll zoom out a little bit more here. So what you want to see is what is the price on the election day itself, right? So what we're going to do here, oh wait, what we're going to do here is we're going to draw some lines. All right, so here's the election day. We're going to draw a horizontal line, right? Then we're going to find that, come on, really? Oh my goodness. All right, it's been a while since I have actually been on this computer. So here's the other election day. So we're going to draw another line here, right? And then we're going to find the next election day. All right, so the next election day is going to be here, this one here. So we're going to draw another line. Now it's actually here. Sorry, my bad there. Right. Yep, that's right there. And then we're going to find the next election day, right? So I don't know if you guys see what I'm doing yet. I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but check this out. This is pretty cool. 619, what is, all right, I'm going to answer some of those questions right now. So what we're looking at here is that I've drawn a line for all the election days and what the price of Bitcoin was on every election day. And what you're going to notice is that the price on every election day is the new low of Bitcoin. It never goes back below the price it was on the election day. So you're going to see on the election day of 2012, it never went back below this point. Never, never again below $10, right? The election day in 2016, it never went below 674. See how it never goes below it again, right? Now, as we get closer to present day, you're going to notice that it tries to, but it doesn't really do it. So this one, right, 13,154, never again does it go back below that price. Look at that. See, never again. It goes as low as 15, but it doesn't go as low as the 13, right? And then now with our present day election price, it was 66,813, right? So what am I trying to say? Is that Bitcoin's not going back below 66,000. Like that's a trend, right? That makes sense. Bitcoin's halving is every 4 years. What is also every 4 years? The election. You're going to tell me that that's just a coincidence, right? We have conspiracy theories out there talking about how Bitcoin was created by the CIA. I don't care what it is, but if you look at these charts and this data, it moves with the elections. So here's some other food for thought that I'll give you guys. Some other food for thought. So like, even if you wanted to take your percentage tool and you go from here to let's say here, that's an 18% between the price of election day and then when it retested its new low, right? So it was 18% higher than it was on the previous election day. So we'll go back one more and we'll check out this one here. All right, so we'll check out one more. So this one here, this is back in 2016. So 2016 is going to have a much bigger percentage because it went nuts, right? So this was the next new low, which was 366%. So let's be conservative, right? Let's be conservative. Let's say that the new low of Bitcoin is 10% higher than what it was on the election day that we just had. right? Do you think that's realistic? 10%? I think that's realistic. We're seeing 300% here. I think the one that we looked at down here was like 11,000%. But I think a conservative number to calculate or estimate the new low would be 10%. Are you guys with me on that? What do you think? So if we go with 10%, right? Let's shrink this chart back down a little bit. All right. Look, I'm not going to get too far into conspiracies because, I've already had too many issues with YouTube, so I ain't trying to get shut down again. All right, so let's calculate this then, right? Let's say 10% is conservative, right? So if we take our percentage, our handy dandy percentage tool, and we go from here, and we just do a nice easy 10%, we're looking at a possible new low of 73,000. Possible. Possible. Now, do I think we're going to see 73,000? I really don't think we're going to see 73,000. Adoption right now for crypto is at an all-time high, right? Today, it was announced that Rumble and Microsoft, I don't know if you guys have been watching my tweets, but Rumble and Microsoft are hitting up Michael Saylor for advice on buying cryptocurrency, right? Bitcoin is what, the seventh or eighth largest asset in the world? The adoption is growing exponentially. I think there was a new grayscale Bitcoin ETF that just hit the market, I think today or tomorrow. Like there's more and more money going into the market right now. Like it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. So I don't think 10%, I think 10% is way too conservative, right? So to be honest, if I was to think that, we're if I was gonna, let's see, let's drop this back on an hourly and let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing, right? Let me get rid of this tool here. All right, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see. Can I get it any smaller? Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, Deepin's cool. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of interesting projects happening right now. Like I have crypto miners here that I haven't even set up yet. Like some really cool stuff. I have 619. I have a Weather XM station that runs on 5G LTE that I haven't even hooked up yet. But okay, there's a long story to that. I honestly ordered it a year ago and it took a year to get here. And I wanted to use my drone because, as some of you guys know, I put a drone video out, like a month ago, and some unforeseen circumstances happened, and I lost the drone in the sky, well, in a tree, and I had to get another one. So DJI sent me yet another drone, and I just started flying again, and I actually did my drone test so that I can, I'm legally licensed to fly bigger drones up to 55 kilograms, so like payload drones. But I only have a little drone right now, but I wanted to get the license anyways because I knew once I started flying drones that I would want to get a bigger drone, and you know that's how it would be. But once I hook up that weather station to the roof, I wanted to use I wanted to use the drone to do some footage of the weather station once I put it up, right? I actually got a Starlink too. There's a lot of things. I got a Starlink, and I used the drone that I got for some B-roll footage, and it came out really good. So I have a Starlink video to drop. I have some videos on barbecuing to drop. I have some videos on my van to drop because I started doing a camper van conversion, and it was going good. But then I decided to get a bigger van, so I just got a bigger van, and I'm working on that. So, but yeah, we're talking Bitcoin. So before we go into that, I'm going to do a quick little Fibonacci sequence on this to show you guys some things here. Let's shrink this down a bit. So Fibonacci sequences I like to use to kind of show me some really easy support and resistance levels. You know what I mean? Like Super simple. Hold on, I gotta move over a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna do it from there. Nope, not that one, this one. So we're gonna do a quick little fib here, and yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I like that. We'll do the fib like that. All right, so whoa. All right, so this kind of shows you some really easy support and resistance levels. You can see the zones that it's been bouncing within, right? It looks like we're in a new, and I would say that this is probably going to be a little bit lower. Like, let's see if we can drag this a little lower. Yeah, actually, if you bring this to 100,000, then that makes a lot more sense. 100,000 is a really big psychological level, right? It's a really, really big psychological level. So it's bouncing. And you can see how the Fibonacci zones actually line up really good here. Drop them videos. Yeah, 619, I agree with you, but you know, I'm next level for a reason. Sometimes I just go overboard with my tech. I'm like, what? Give me all the features. I want all the features because I want to test all the features. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? What if I go out into a forest and I want to drop this crypto mining? Oh my God, weather station in the middle of the nowhere. Now it's got a 5G LTE chip in it. Cool, right? Yeah, I'm gonna look into that 619. I'm gonna look into it still. Yeah, so check out the support and resistance levels here, right? So if we were to look at the election day, I can't remember when I think it was 60. Yeah, this is the election day right here. So let me know if you guys can. Oh, can you see the? I don't even know if you. Hold on a second here. I'm probably being very newbie because can you guys even see that? No, you can't because the chat's in the way. Of course it is. Oh, I'm not supposed to be moving that. All right, you yeah, you can see that better now, right? Okay, cool. All right, all right. So this is election day, right? So these are the zones that we broke through, right? Once we passed over, 79,000, we were just testing all-time highs all through here, right? We're back into all-time high territory today, right? We hit, I think, 94,000 today. Let me bring back, I can't even see my chat. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so now we're in this zone. So this is kind of where we're going to be bouncing in between. So something just tells me like it's very unlikely we're going to drop below 87.5. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to drop below 87.5, but there's just so much good sentiment in the market right now. But it doesn't mean that we won't because the fear and greed index is actually very high right now, right? There is a good chance that we come back down and we test 80K, right? But I really don't think we're going down to 73. And what did I say about the 10%, right? The 10% from this point was it's pretty much that fib zone, the 73, right? Isn't that crazy how those fibs lined up with that 10% that I was talking about before I charted all this stuff? Like that's crazy, right? I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand how all this stuff lines up, right? So, yeah. Yeah. So the 10% gains being, what did I say? Cautious or whatever it is would bring you right to this first fib line around 73. But I don't think we're gonna drop below this 79 here. I really don't. Yeah, like here's the thing. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna show you guys another really, really cool chart. So let me see if I can pull it up here and switch my screens. Give me 1 second. Where am I at? Where am I at? What's it called? Bitcoin. Ah, Bitcoin. I found this one a couple weeks ago too, and I thought it was pretty dang interesting. So let me get this back here. What are you doing? Yeah, there we go. All right, so now I need to get this on the screen. We're gonna call this that. Import source. Cool. Um, let's. This thing is massive. Sorry, I'm just putting this back on the screen so you guys can kind of see what's up. All right, so this chart's really cool, right? So this is the Bitcoin cycle repeat chart. So what it does, right? So what this chart does is it takes the previous cycles of Bitcoin and it uses it to forecast its next cycle. So you can see today's price right there, and then it shows you according to the past history where it's going, right? Can I can't really zoom out. But look, it's got a little bit of a sideways action here, and then it goes nuts. So you got a couple lines here. You got the 1458-day moving average. So that's the average of Bitcoin's price over the last 1,458 days. Then the orange line is the moving average of Bitcoin's price over the last 200 days. And then the green is the estimated price. So if you want to be conservative, I would probably go with the orange line. The green line's gonna be insane if we see this, because according to this cycle repeat chart, we're looking at prices at like almost 300K, which is insane, right? And it's like, oh, the cycle top. Oh, hold on, I messed that up. Of course, I don't really know what I'm doing with this chart, and I accidentally zoomed in, but it's like a top of 444,000. Insane. But I wouldn't go so crazy with it. I'd probably use one of these moving averages, and that's pretty consistent, right? Something in between the 200 day and the 1448. But have you guys seen this chart before? Let me see. What's up? Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen this chart before, but this is a really, really cool chart. This is bitbo.io is the website. It's a really cool chart. Really, really cool chart. There was another cool website that I posted in my Telegram group the other day too. I'm gonna see if I can find it. All right, let me see if I can grab the other website, because the other website that I posted in the group was really cool. Um, Bitcoin Treasuries. That's what it's called. Is the other is the other website. Check this out. This is really freaking cool. Bitcoin Treasuries. All right, so this website, let me just see. Let me just see if you've never seen this, but it's really cool, right? All right, so this one's pretty cool because what this does is it actually gives you a list of all the companies that hold Bitcoin, right? That are publicly traded. So it's wild to see MicroStrategies, they're constantly buying more Bitcoin. And they have a plan to buy, I think, $42 billion more Bitcoin. So out of the total 21 million market cap of all the coins to ever be created for Bitcoin, MicroStrategies has over 1.5%. Now, to put that in perspective, percentages, when you say 1%, doesn't sound like that big of a number, right? But to put it into perspective, that's bigger than the biggest crypto miner in the world at 0.13%. Can you guys see this number, or should I zoom in some more? Here, I'll zoom in some more so it's a little clearer for you guys. Get this out of the way. Is that better? Can you see that better? Look at this. So to put this in, this is where it starts to blow your mind a little bit. So yeah, Marathon Digital, one of the biggest crypto miners in the world, has 0.13%. But let's go all the way down to Coinbase, a crypto exchange. A crypto exchange has 0.045%. That's nothing compared to the amount of Bitcoin that MicroStrategy owns, right? Even Tesla, right? Tesla's got more Bitcoin on the books than Coinbase does. Tesla's got more crypto than a crypto exchange. You guys understanding what's happening right now? You follow me? And now MicroStrategies is going to be helping Microsoft to help them understand how to buy Bitcoin as business purchases, right? Like this is wild what's happening. It's pretty wild. I think it's pretty crazy, right? So this website is called bitcointreasuries.net. This is a really cool website. It keeps you up to date on how the companies are moving, right? Where's the money flowing? Like the actual real big money. It's wild to think about it, right? It really is. It's wild to think that even Tesla has more crypto than Coinbase. Like that's crazy. That like I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. How does Tesla have more crypto than a crypto exchange, right? Why? Why do you think Tesla has more crypto than a crypto exchange? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe call me crazy, right? But maybe it's because Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, has filed for their regulatory payment processing for their platform. And what do you think they're going to be using on their platform? Currency would make sense, right? Because Twitter or X is all over the world. You need something that can be used in every country, right? You need something that's going to be used in every country that's a lot easier to convert than a fiat currency, right? Even Bitcoin is divisible, one coin, up to 100 million Satoshis. So you can get more finite with a Bitcoin than you can with a dollar, right? Now, I think, okay, so there's a couple things happening. I really think that Dogecoin's going to go nuts. And believe me, the last crypto cycle, I hated Dogecoin. I absolutely hated Dogecoin. Didn't want nothing to do with it. Did the music cut off? Can you guys still hear the music? All right, I just put it back on. For some reason, it shut off. Okay, you guys following along? Do you guys see the picture I'm painting right now? Like it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Like, hold on. I want to make sure. Where am I at here? How many people we got in this stream? I haven't live streamed forever. Oh, I got 7 people watching. That's fantastic. Okay, here. Let me got 7 people watching, no music. All right. So the picture I'm painting, right? So check this out. Tesla has more Bitcoin than Coinbase does, right? Elon Musk and Twitter and X has now filed for, what's up, Shrinky Chair? Has now filed for payment processing on Twitter. Only makes sense to me that they're going to be using a cryptocurrency, right? That's to me that only makes sense. It's better when you've been dealing with multiple countries. Cryptocurrency is a lot easier when it's going cross country, cross border. There's less fees. It's faster. It's just makes sense. So now, why do I think Dogecoin is going to go nuts? Right? So there's something. Let me swap this back so you guys can see this. So we'll go like this. We'll go back to my chart. So I got to pull up another chart. Hold on one second here. This is going to be the BTC. Yeah, I think this is the chart that I want. Yep, this is what I want. All right, so this chart here, if you guys can see it okay, I'll try to zoom out a bit. Yeah, I'll zoom out. All right, so this is, no, I'm going to go further. Yep, that's what I wanted to see. All right, likes are free. Is the music still cutting out? What's going on with the music here? The app keeps, oh, you know what? I think the problem, I think the problem is I'm actually I'm crypto mining on this computer right now. So I think there's just too much going on and it keeps closing my VLC player. So hold on, let me stop. Let me stop my crypto mining. We should be good now. We should be good. Aw, thanks. Thanks. Shrinkage Sharon for joining the membership again. Honestly, like if it wasn't for the memberships, I wouldn't make anything on YouTube. And it's not like I make a lot, right? YouTube with the memberships still takes 30%. That's another reason I kind of stopped making videos because I had to invest my time into things that I could actually make money off of because YouTube wasn't really paying you or paying me. After they shadow banned my channel for a while, or still shadow banned, like even if I have almost 40,000 subscribers on this channel, and I can drop a YouTube video and not hit a thousand views, and I think that's crazy, right? Like, so I'm still convinced that YouTube is shadow banned me. But I do this for fun now. I'll drop a video every month or two. I'll maybe do a live stream here or there. Sometimes I'll jump on my other friends' channels. Like I'm not doing it for the monetization. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm just doing it for fun now. That's it, right? It is what it is. Yeah, Cash App ain't in my country, and PayPal don't like me either. So it is what it is. Anyways, so this chart is called the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? So you take the total market cap of all of crypto, which right now is about $3 trillion, and it's like how much of that $3 trillion is in Bitcoin. So right now you have 60%, if you guys can see, 60% of that is in Bitcoin, and the other 40% is in the altcoins, right? So altcoin means everything besides Bitcoin. Everything besides Bitcoin. So, what happens once, you know, more than 65% of the money in the crypto market is in Bitcoin? Usually flips to altcoins. So, the money usually flows to Bitcoin first, and then from Bitcoin, it trickles down into all the other coins. That's just how it goes. Like it's common sense. Everybody sees it. I haven't tried buy me a coffee, but like I, to me, it ain't about that, right? Like I'm just happy that I get a couple people that come out. Yeah, who used to own that, right? Yeah, 619. That used to be an Elon Musk thing too. Yeah, it's not about the money, right? Like I said, I just want to come on here and just talk with you guys, have some fun, release a couple videos here and there. Like I ain't focused on all that, right? So I drew this line about 67%. And usually when it gets to above of 65%, then the Bitcoin money trickles into the altcoins. So right now, what you're seeing happening is that the companies are holding Bitcoin. So I think that a portion of what Tesla is holding is going to be flipped in Dogecoin. Like there's just so many things. It was like years ago. I don't know how many years ago, right? Elon Musk named that Starship Doge and he launched it. I don't know what happened to it, but like that's a thing. And then now he's got a Department of Doge going on in the government. There's an official Doge Department of Government Efficiency on Twitter now. And the amount of times that Doge is coming up, the most profitable crypto miners in the world, the most profitable crypto miners in the world are Dogecoin miners. You guys hearing me? Okay, I don't know what the heck's going on with my media player, but it does not want to stay playing at all. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Yeah. So I think Dogecoin's gonna run. Hey, yeah, you can come in. Is your camera on? No, there's no camera. I didn't hook up my camera. They don't want to see me anyways. Sure they do. I can get you anything? Want a coffee or tea? Yeah, I would love a coffee. Coffee? Just black? Yeah. Thank you, baby. Yeah. So you can hear me very clearly. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with crypto right now. Now, here's the thing. Not everybody, Buzz TV. Mike C says, "Can you hit us with the classic Buzz TV?" Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Because honestly, yeah, that was Shay. What's up, Cyclone? Um, honestly, the streaming stuff was cool, but YouTube didn't want me making any more videos of it, and it got super hectic, and you know, I would drop completely legitimate videos, like even stuff that was just on news, and then YouTube would hit me up 3 months later and be like, "We're deleting your videos. We're threatening to give you." They gave me strikes every 6 months. They would give me 2 strikes, and after the third strike, they threatened to delete my channel. So I just left all that stuff behind. I made some Doge Department of Government Energy meme coin, not the actual. Yeah, there's a lot of meme coins out right now. So a lot of people will say, "Well, I don't have a lot of money to invest, or what do I do, or how do I take part in what's happening right now, right, in the market?" And I just tell everyone, do as little as you can do. Pay yourself before you pay somebody else, right? Usually when I'm starting up a portfolio or giving advice to people on portfolios when it comes to investments, I say do something like $1 a day, right? Find something that you want to invest in and do $1 a day, right? If you can't do $1 a day, do $1 a week. I don't care what it is, right? The whole goal is to invest at a place that you can't feel it, right? If you could feel $1 a day, then do $1 a week, right? And eventually you're gonna save up, $200-300, and then you're gonna save up $500, and then you're gonna save up $1,000. Now it might take some time, right? Might take some time, but you got to start somewhere. That's just how it goes. You got to start somewhere, and like it's crazy. It's honestly crazy because like year over year, Bitcoin does, I think, what, 30, 60, 100% gains depending on the years. So that's 30, 60, 100% gains you could be making off of $1, $2 a day. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but let's say you have $300 by the end of the year. 30% on $300 is how much? It's almost another $100, right? So that's $400, right? From $1 a day, right? You got to learn to pay yourself first before you pay your bills, before you pay anything else. But make it in a way where you don't feel it. I don't care if it's crypto. I don't care if it's stock. I don't care if it's a savings account. Well, I kind of do care if it's a savings account. But again, exactly what 619 says. You got to make sure that it's money that you don't need. But again, like for me, I'm really bad that I take everything I have and I try to invest it. I try very, very hard, and then I'll leave myself with no money, and I'm like, all right, now I got to figure out how to make some more money so I can eat. Right? I make myself broke through my investments, and then I got to go become creative and find a new hustle and make some more money. Right? It's like I showed you this chart at the beginning of the live stream. Right? Every time the election happens, what happens? The market runs like crazy. So right before an election, what do? I don't care. Sell your bed, sell your couch, sell, I don't know, your son. I don't know. Do something. Sell your shit. Buy some stocks. Buy some crypto. Right? If you can make it through the first 6 months after an election, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm telling you, you're going to see gains in what you invest in. I'm telling you, you're going to see gains. Right? Like this was even right now. Right? The election happened here. Where we are in Bitcoin, it went up 40%, and we're talking like what, 14 days. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Thank you, baby. It up, but it's extra large. There you go. Cyclone said hi. Hi. Right? So if you look at old school traditional investors, they'll tell you if you can beat the S&P 500, then you're good. But most people can't beat the S&P 500, right? That's the a list of the top 500 stocks in the Nasdaq, right? I think that's what it is. And most people can't beat it. And the S&P 500 usually averages 10% a year, right? What? Why did my chat disconnect? I think I'm back. It said my chat disconnected there. Let me make sure I'm still live streaming. Where am I at? No, not that window. I got too many windows open. Am I still live streaming? Can you guys still hear me? I've been streaming for 46 minutes. What the heck? What is going on here? How do you guys listen to me for so long? I mean, there's only what? How many people are in here? Four. How many people are in here? I haven't live streamed for so long. I don't even know. I don't even know how to check how many people are in here. Six. We got six people up in here. Yeah. Yeah. So, most traditional investors will say if you can beat the S&P 500, then you're good. And most people can't beat the S&P 500. But I'm telling you, like I said, every time there's an election, right after the election, shit runs, right? Crypto runs, stock market runs, everything runs, right? Bitcoin alone, just because I have the Bitcoin chart in front of me. In 14 days, you would have made 40% gains. 40% in 14 days, right? That's crazy, right? Let's say you dropped $1,000 around election day, right? Today, if that was in Bitcoin, you'd be worth $1,400. That's not bad money. Like obviously, the more you put, the bigger the gains, but it's still a percentage, right? Like if you would have dropped, I don't know, $100,000, and then in 2 weeks that $100,000 is now worth 140,000. It's all a percentage, right? Like I know a guy, another YouTuber that I follow. Back in August, he took a $10,000 loan, right? I think it was a 3-year loan. At the end of the loan, he had to pay back like 11,500 or something. And right now, what he did was he took the whole $10,000 and he bought crypto, the whole thing. And August is what, 4 months ago, something like that. August, September, October, November. Yeah, like 3 months ago, right? 3 months ago. And now his crypto's worth $16,000. He's not paying back the loan. He's going to make more than double than what the loan was. He's going to be able to pay back the loan that he took. Now, this is not financial advice. This is a terrible decision. Yeah, DJ Mines, you're right, 619. Terrible decision. Don't do it. I'm not telling you to do this. But I'm just showing you how crazy the market can be, right? If you understand cycle trends and you can afford to be risky, then these are some of the things that people are doing. So it's very likely that when Bitcoin goes over $100,000, that his loan is worth 20K, right? 21K, whatever it is, he's going to have enough money to pay back the loan. What's going on, Tim Windsor? He's going to have enough money to pay back the loan and have another 10 grand in his pocket, right? Now here's the here's the fun part. He can sell half, pay back the loan, and then not sell his crypto and leave it there, right? And let it trail the market. Because you know why? That's free money. It's free money in the market, right? You got to be able to, when you see profit, take profit, pay off whatever debt you got, and let some trail, let some ride. I know, Tim. I know it's crazy. I don't go live. I really don't, right? I don't even have my camera connected to. I don't even know where my camera is, right? I have an action cam that I can probably set up on my next live stream, but I just plugged in this computer today. Had an issue with my laptop and it's not turning on. So I decided to plug in this computer, do some Windows updates, because this computer's got a 4070 in it, and it's in my bedroom. So the bedroom's starting to get a little cold at night, so I want to start mining on the 4070 in this computer. So I did the updates, and then I was like, can I do a live stream? Do people want to hear me talk? I have no idea if people want to hear me talk. I have no idea, but yeah. So is that enough crypto? Do you guys got questions on crypto? Do you want me to talk about any other cryptos? Do you want me to talk about crypto mining? Or do you want me to move on to another topic? I've been talking for 40 minutes. I don't know if you guys want to hear me talk about something else. So you guys tell me in the chat because I'll talk about whatever you guys want me to talk about. But yeah, so I've been in crypto for a while. I'm trying to grow my crypto mining business, but I'm also trying to grow my trades. I'm into lately I've switched to more long-term investments. I used to do a lot of option trading. I do enjoy charting. I like to do charts. Charts are fun. I know, I'm weird. I'm a nerd. But thank you, Shrinky Chair. Yeah. I try to make it simple. When I first started learning about charting, eh, some advice if you're ever looking to learn about how to read charts or how to do charts, try to keep it simple. When you start to get into it, you're going to start to follow a lot of different people who chart stocks and they stock crypto, chart crypto. But the problem is that everyone does it differently, right? It's like an art form. Everybody does it differently, and when you start to look at different people and see how they're charting, then you start to chart like everybody, and then your charts end up becoming really confusing, like extremely confusing. And when you have too many indicators and too many things on your chart, you actually get indecisive. So you start looking at, well, this means this, and that means that, and this means that, and then you don't actually do anything. And then you start shooting yourself in the foot. So if you're starting to learn about, how to read charts and all that stuff, my advice is keep it simple. Like when I teach people, like when I was teaching um, my woman how to do charts, it's really just, wedges, breakout patterns, support and resistance levels, and that's it, right? Like if I was to zoom out on this, let's go in a little bit closer, right? Let's do a 30-minute time frame. Let's get rid of the fib. The fib zones are good, but let's do where am I at here? Let's do trend lines, right? Uh, if I was to make this really simple, right? We'll do a trend line here. All right, so like if I could do a trend line like that, and then I would do another one. Oh, this is kind of hard because it's like pretty much sitting at an all-time high right now. Like it's hard to do a trend line like this. So it's kind of like right now because it's sitting at an all-time high, I would just really do a trend line like that. And if it breaks below this trend line, then I'd be looking at my support and resistance levels. So like, where's my next support line? So I would do let's do a horizontal line, and then we'll break this out a little bit. And we're looking for where it retests the same area. Like, I really, the movement is too crazy here. Let me get rid of some of these lines so it's not so crazy. Yeah, it's still here. I'm gonna zoom in some more. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, so let's do like a support and resistance level. It's still pretty crazy. Like the movement is just so sporadic. Like I would say it's somewhere around there where it's like if it breaks below in here, it's gonna retest this. And that's see how these numbers work out? I don't know if you guys can see that on the chart, but I wasn't looking at the prices. I really wasn't. I was looking at these candlesticks and I drew a line right dang on 90,000, which is a big mental number, right? Big mental number. So if it breaks this trend, it's gonna, if it breaks this here, this trend that I drew, this yellow line, if you guys can see that, it's gonna drop down and retest the 90,000. And then if it breaks through 90,000, where's it going? It'll probably retest around this 89,000. And if it breaks that, where's it going? It's going to retest this 87.6, right? So that's just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple, trend lines, and then your support and resistance levels. That's it. There's a whole bunch of crazy things that you guys can get into, right? Like when I started learning how to chart, there was people that I was looking and I was learning from that were using things called like, here, watch. People that I was learning from were using things like Ichimoku clouds. Like these things are crazy. This is a Japanese style form of trading, but it looks ridiculous. So you see these clouds that are around the actual things. It's too much on the screen. There's way too much going on, right? Like I can't do that. It's just too much going on for me. And then there's a whole bunch of different things you can look at. You can look at Keltner's, right? That's another indicator that I got. Like there's just all kinds of crazy stuff. You got to keep it simple or it gets too confusing. Doesn't make sense. Um, have I bought any Nvidia or Tesla stocks? My simple answer is no. I'm buying, or I built a dividend portfolio for myself, and the dividend portfolios that I have Nvidia and have Tesla in it. Right. I actually have a covered call ETF stock that moves with Tesla but pays monthly dividends at 20%. Right. So it's like I could buy Tesla, or I could take a riskier play and take a covered call ETF that's based on Tesla, right? The covered call means that it's like almost like a hedge fund is betting that Tesla's going up or down, right? So, but it's also paying me 20% dividends a month. So it may not be as accurate as Tesla, but it averages itself out with that 20% that it pays me every month, right? So what I did was a lot of my dividend portfolios is that I put $1 a day into them to get started, right? And then once I had enough, then I moved them around, right? I tried to build like a solid dividend portfolio for myself because I like dividends. I like to get the passive income, right? And then after I built my dividend portfolio, right, then I moved into my crypto portfolio. So the money that I was investing every day into my dividend portfolio, I started putting $1 a day into my crypto portfolio, right? I got to where I was satisfied. I mean, I'm never going to be 100% satisfied with how much I have in Bitcoin, but I got to a number that I wanted to. Like I set a goal for myself. So I bought a certain amount, right, every day. And I also mined a certain amount of Bitcoin. And then I moved on to altcoins, right? So now I've solidified myself with a dividend portfolio. And then I moved on to Bitcoin. And then I got a certain number. That was my goal. And then I moved on to altcoins, which are a more riskier play, right? So now I have a dollar a day going into some altcoins, and we'll see what happens, right? Shrink and sharing, don't be upset that you didn't get into Nvidia. There's always stocks out there. Stock market over time, like here, look, watch, I'll show you, right? Yeah, cool, Nvidia, whatever. They did the reverse stock split, and their stock went crazy. This is 30 minutes to let's do daily. Yeah, their stock went crazy, right? Cool. But let's look at QQQ, right? So this is like an amalgamation of a bunch of different stocks in the stock market, right? So if you wanted to see how the stock market is doing, QQQ or SPY are some of the ones that'll track like how a market is doing. So let's go on the weekly, right? How has the stock market been doing over time, right? We're not talking about Nvidia now. We're talking about the average stock market, right? This is the general trend of the stock market over years, right? Look at 2018, 2019, 2020, right? Between, what was it, 2021, which was COVID, and then 2023, the stock market took a dip, But don't forget, what did I tell you guys? Right? 4-year cycles. What happens during elections? Right? Let me see if I can do this for you guys. So I'll go back on a daily, right? We'll put this back on a daily and we'll zoom out, right? And then we'll take our indicators and we'll do US presidential elections, right? Remember, we're looking at the stock market. We're not looking at crypto anymore, right? What happens after elections? Every time. Every time, what happens, right? This is the stock market we're looking at, not Bitcoin anymore, right? I can do the exact same thing that I did with the Bitcoin. Exact same thing. I don't know, my chat keeps disconnecting, but I'll do the exact same thing I did with Bitcoin. All right, you guys ready for this? All right. Now, the stock market after the election usually comes down for a second, right? Makes a new low, and then it never comes back to that point again, right? So usually from here, this was November 2nd, 2012. The new low was 2 weeks after, right? Right now, we're 2 weeks after the election, right? 2 weeks after. And then we'll take our trend lines just to show you guys horizontal line here, and we'll draw it from this point here, right? Same thing with this one here. So here's this one here. I'm not going to zoom in on that, but to give you an idea, right? Right? Same thing. Same thing. Now it's a little bit different with COVID. COVID hit us like nothing like we've seen before, well, in a while, right? So COVID was a little bit different, obviously, right? So let's say election day was here, but at the same time, right? We thought that after the election during COVID, COVID was crazy, right? COVID, everything crashed. Did it though? Did it? Because it still went up. And it retested the same place where it was during the election. And then where did it go? Right? So even if you invest into anything in the market during an election time, you're still going to be profitable if you can afford to hold your investments for a 3-4 year period. You're going to see gains. Like in the stock market, in cryptocurrency, it's just how the cycles go, right? Like this line, we didn't see a touch back there again, right? This line, we didn't see a touch back there again. This line, it touched back, but then it went back up. Like this was COVID, right? Like not to say it's an excuse, but at the same time, before the election, it went up, right? And then we're sitting right here where we're sitting is where we were sitting here. It's where we were sitting here, right? So what do we expect? What do we expect to see, right? So here's a good way to kind of predict it, or this is an estimation, right? So you can see right here on the election day, there was a low right before the election day. And I think it was the same thing on this one here. I can't really zoom out to see it, but I think it would be safe to say that, you know, we would see a dip down to somewhere around here. I don't even think it'd be that low, to be honest with you. I think it'd be somewhere around here, like 485. But then we're going to see the stock market, cryptocurrencies, everything going to be increasing, right? And this is what I say, like if you can afford to do $1 a day, $1 a week, $1, I don't care what it is, right? But there's a power in dollar cost averaging your investments over time because everything that you invest into the markets has consistently gone up, be it crypto, be it the stock market. Like I could do it with another one. You want me to deal with another one? We could do a SPY, right? This is the S&P 500, right? Like I said, it's the biggest 500 stocks. And look at that. Like, look at that crazy, crazy. What am I doing? Like that crazy increase, right? And again, you can see the same thing on the chart again, right? The indicators, election day, right? I'm drawing a whole bunch of lines on the chart. Sorry, right? Same thing. Yeah, same thing, right? Election day, boom. Election day, boom. Like it retests, right? But then where does it go, right? Some of them come back down. but you got to hold through the election cycles every 4 years. That's the cycles that we're in. You can see it on the chart, right? You guys want me to keep talking stocks and crypto, or you want me to move on to something else? You guys let me know. You can see some of my old support and resistance levels that I've drawn on my chart as I'm going through and I'm seeing like how things are moving, how things are going to bounce, what they're bouncing in between, right? Because when I used to do a lot of option trading, almost day trading, but option trading, I do a lot of these option plays on SPY and QQQ, right? Because it's high volume. So they were more riskier plays, but I would look at I would look at the support and resistance levels and how things were moving. But yeah, barbecue videos. I only have, I think, one or two that I've recorded, and to be honest, it's not that good quality because I was super excited for the meat when I was done because I was smoking us. Mostly all the videos that I recorded on the barbecue was me smoking beef ribs. And I was so excited for when they were finished that, the one thing is it takes hours. It takes hours to smoke beef ribs, right? And by the time I was done, it was dark out, so the video quality was crap. And then I was so hungry, I was just eating the ribs. So it's but the smoker that I have, I honestly tell everyone to get because it's awesome. It's a little tiny Ninja smoker. It's electric, but it works amazing. So it uses pellets like a Traeger. I can use Traeger pellets in my Ninja, and it's small enough for me to take everywhere that I go camping, right? And then I take my big power bank with me, and I run my smoker. I run all of my electronics and everything. So, and I run the Starlink off of it, and I can go camping. I have my cooler for when I'm doing my van life stuff, right? So I just picked up an old Dodge Grand Caravan, so I'm looking at doing some camper van stuff, right? So if you guys are interested in camper van content, maybe I'll put out some camper van content too. The Dodge Grand Caravans are awesome for camper van stuff. Like it's crazy what you can do to a Dodge Grand Caravan. It honestly is. So like you can put a shower on the top. You can put I have my Starlink, you know. There's a company in Canada here. I gotta show you guys this stuff because it's crazy, right? So hold on. Maybe I'll just use this here. So there's a company that makes kits for them, conversion kits. Because the Dodge Grand Caravans, the seats fold right into the ground, right? So check out this camper van kit, right? So everything slides out. It's all got its own compartment, right? There's if you can see it in my screen, there is the grill, right? And now the back seats that fold into the ground here, if you remove the back seats from actually folding into the ground, you'll have a bunch of extra space. You can actually hold a 5 gallon propane tank in here and hook it right up to the barbecue, right? You got your sink that's collapsible here. You have your water. You have all of your cooking utensils and everything, right? You guys follow me? Can you guys see what's going on here? Right? Right? Here's the next picture. You can see another angle. Hold on. Am I missing something? Hold on a second here. I think where am I at? Yeah, so you can see the picture cycling through here. Where's my chat? I need to put my chat out because I can't see if you guys can. Yeah, camper van, right? So, um, learning a lot. When's your cooking channel coming? It's not going to be a channel. So, you guys know that I changed the name of the YouTube channel to What's Up Next, and it's really just what's next up to, like what's the next thing I'm doing, right? So I do stock and crypto. I do crypto mining. I do tech stuff, so there's gonna be drone videos. I've been doing a lot of. I recorded a bunch of videos of drone footage, different beaches and areas around Ontario where I live in Canada. So some sunset shots. But we're also kind of. I just picked up this van. Gonna slowly be working on this conversion. Um, okay, yeah, sorry, I cut out. I was looking at something for a second. So yeah, so you can see how crazy this van gets. Like, look at this. It's all modular. It's all modular. So you can really just put in the pieces and take them out. So in the Grand Caravan, the seats go right into the ground. So you don't even need to take the seats out. But like that's how it works. Like that's wild. And it turns into a bed and everything. Like it's really convenient how this works. See? And you can stack them in the back and still use the seats if you want to. Like that's super convenient, right? That's crazy. Now they didn't show the bed, but I don't know why they didn't show the bed. So you can have a single or a double. It folds out, flips out, and there's a table. So you can have two couches, right? It's crazy. Like this is a crazy kit. It's nuts. Look at that, right? That's a crazy kit. I looked at the prices of RVs, and here's the thing, like sometimes when I go traveling, I was looking at Airbnbs and hotel rooms, and they're expensive. They're crazy expensive now, right? Airbnb and hotels, you're looking at like two, $300. Like there's no cheap hotel rooms anymore. Exactly. Like this is super nice, right? You can get an old Dodge Grand Caravan and then set it up, right? Slap my Starlink on the roof. I got my cooler, my barbecue. Yeah, this is really nice. I like this a lot, right? The table can come out so you can use it outside. Hold on a second. What's happening? Something's happening. I gotta check something. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm looking at. And just because, you know, I can. So here's the thing with the Grand Caravans is that because they have the Stone Go seats, their clearance, their ground clearance is a little lower, right? So if we're going to be driving in like camper sites or whatever, and we're going to be going off road, like on, uneven ground, then I want to put a little bit more ground clearance. So I'll show you the other site. Is that what it's called? Yeah, this is what it's called. So I went to this website. This is a place in the States, and it says we take the soccer mom out of minivans. So this is what I'm doing in my minivan right now. What's going on, Rojas? Yeah, that's what I'm doing in my minivan right now. So there's a Grand Caravan, putting a 3-inch lift kit on my minivan. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. And put some fatter tires on it. But it's because the ground clearance on the minivans is so low. So we're putting a lift kit, we're putting Starlink on it, we're putting a shower, a barbecue, a cooler, all kinds of shit. Because about a month ago, my woman and I actually went for a drive, 6,000 kilometer road trip. What does that work out to in miles? Let me see. 6,000 km to miles. So we did a 3,700 mile road trip, right? Crazy. I drove every day was mad driving, mad driving. So from where I live, and I know you, some of you Americans will say, "Oh, Canada doesn't have beaches," but we drove from where I live. Tell me I'm gonna vlog. So we drove from where I live all the way to the ocean, right? On the other side of Canada, we went all the way to Nova Scotia, right? So we drove all the way to Nova Scotia, and we spent every night on a different beach. So we just parked up the vehicle, and then we pitched a tent, and then we camped out, and then it's 10 o'clock the next day after we went swimming on the beaches. We were off to our next site. So every day was a different beach that we slept at, and then we drove all the way back home. So went all the way across. So in order to get to Nova Scotia, we had to drive over through Ontario, then through Quebec, and then through I think it was uh, New Brunswick. Is it New Brunswick? I'm pretty sure it's New Brunswick, and then to Nova Scotia, right? And then we did all of Nova Scotia, from the top all the way to the bottom. And even some of the islands on the bottom of Nova Scotia, we had to take two ferries to get to, right? So, and doing all this, I started to realize how expensive hotel rooms were. And I was like, I never want to rent a hotel room ever again. So that's why I was looking at this camper van conversion, right? The amount of money that you would spend on a family camper trip, you just invest it into an old Grand Caravan, right? Like this kit that I'm looking at here is good from a 2008 to a 2020 Grand Caravan. And this thing you can have, it can sleep two inside, and then on the roof you could throw a tent, right? Those rooftop tents, and you can sleep another two up there if you wanted to, right? But these kits are wicked. These kits are awesome. Look at that. These kits are so sick. And they're modular. You don't even need to take the seats out. Look at that shit. It's awesome. It really is. Right? There's storage underneath them. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I mean, it's an investment, right? So like if you're staying at hotels, where's that money go, right? Rather took that money and put it into a camper van. All right, guys, I've been streaming forever. I think it's time for me to get out of here. But yeah, I've been doing some drone shots. I've been working on the camper van, been working on the crypto mining. But we've been streaming for I don't even know how long. Where are we at? Yeah, where are we at? I don't even know where my windows are. Where's my live? There it is. We've been streaming for an hour and it says 80 minutes and almost an hour and a half. I think it's time for me to get the F out of here. Thanks to you. Thanks everyone for coming out. 90 minutes. 90 minutes we've been streaming? Seriously, 619? That's an hour and a half. Are you telling me to go for an hour and a half? Where are we at? Let me see. This is 80 minutes. A cycle? I didn't even know you were still here. You're still here? Oh, the music stopped again. I don't know why the music keeps stopping. Maybe when it gets through a playlist, it decides to stop. 3 more hours. You guys are crazy. I don't know. Are 619 and Cyclone the same person? You guys are always screaming 420 and no, 3 more hours, 3 more hours. You guys are nuts. And if anyone comes here after the stream, like comment in the comment section down below. Tell me what content you want more of. Because I'll do live streams, like random live streams, and I'll pick a topic if you guys want me to pick a topic, and I'll just talk about the topic. Oh, the music's too low? I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit, maybe. Yeah, the music keeps cutting out. I don't know why. I, I don't know. Maybe I gotta add more files to it or something, but the actual video player keeps cutting out, keeps going away. So yeah, been working on the camper van. Well, I just literally got it a week ago, so it's been in the mechanic, just making sure everything's good. Um, I just put LED lights in it because it didn't have LED lights, and it's got yeah, I just put the LED lights in it. Okay, I'll do some cooking videos too, but I just did the LED lights in the van, and then the van has the drop down DVD player, but it doesn't have HDMI, so I had to buy RCA to HDMI and then hook up a Fire Stick to it. Oh my goodness, it looks like 144p. It's terrible, but it works, which is impressive, right? With the Starlink on the ceiling and the Fire Stick in it, you know, and I have a mattress for the back, so you can, turn it into your own movie theater if you wanted to, right? Uh, It's crazy. If I can, I would like to. I don't know if I can because it's not on my priority list. I would like to see if I can change the screen in it because the screen in it's from like 2012, right? Put like an old OLED like 10-inch screen in it. That would be dope. But yeah, Cyclone. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night here. Let's see if I remember how to end the stream. Where am I? Yeah, there's stop streaming. All right, guys. Do me a favor if you haven't liked the video, like the video. When the video is done, go down below and comment something, anything. I don't care what it is. Something that maybe you learned here today, something you'd like to learn, something you'd like to see more of. Just give me a comment down below. Let me know that you're alive. All right, guys. Until next time.